Dear starseed, something has been quietly stirring beneath the surface of your days. A sense that certain moments are no longer coincidental, that certain eyes carry something your mind cannot fully explain, but your soul immediately recognizes. I am Azeron, a representative of the High Council of Sirius, and I want you to know that what you have been noticing is real. Your awareness is not overactive, it is awake. By the end of this message, you will understand why your perception has been sharpening, and what it means when the world around you begins to feel less random and more like a language being spoken directly to you. Every starseed who carries Sirian codes reaches a point in their awakening where ordinary life begins to feel layered. A glance from a stranger holds weight. A pause in conversation feels charged. The eyes of someone you barely know seem to carry a depth that stops you mid-breath. This is not imagination. This is your inner knowing expanding past the boundaries your mind was trained to respect. The Sirian current has always worked through the subtle, through water, through light, through the quiet transmission of presence. What passes between two pairs of eyes in a single moment can carry more than words ever could. Because some things were never meant to travel through language. They were meant to travel through recognition. You did not arrive at this message by accident. Something in you was already listening before you pressed play. That part of you, the part that knew to come here, is the same part that will know when the moment arrives that something true is being offered. Stay with me until the end. What follows may bring into focus something you have been sensing for a very long time, and I'm grateful you are here with me now. There's a quiet kind of moment you may have been having lately, a subtle undercurrent beneath the surface of your everyday life, much like the barely perceptible tremor that precedes a profound shift in the earth itself. It's not necessarily a dramatic, lightning strike revelation, but rather a series of gentle nudges, persistent whispers from a dimension just beyond the veil of ordinary perception. Perhaps it's a glance that lingers a second too long with a stranger, an unspoken recognition passing between souls that feels ancient and familiar, like finding a forgotten piece of a sacred mosaic. Or a phrase you overhear, seemingly random, that lands in your consciousness with an undeniable thud, resonating with a question you've been silently holding or an insight you've been seeking, as if the universe itself has leaned in to offer a personal message. A number that keeps returning, appearing on clocks, receipts, license plates, like a tide that refuses to recede, marking a rhythm, a specific vibration meant just for you to decode. Then there are the dreams, no longer mere phantoms of the night, but vivid tapestries woven with threads of forgotten memory, feeling more like a retrieval of ancestral knowledge or past life echoes than mere imagination. And sometimes it's a sudden, inexplicable pull to take a different street on your commute, an intuitive pause before sending a message that prevents a misstep, or an urgent desire to look up at the vast expanse of the sky, as if something magnificent is looking back, communicating through the silent language of starlight. And the strangest part of all this, the most profound aspect, is that it doesn't feel dramatic or sensational. It feels precise. It carries the undeniable signature of careful orchestration, like the meticulously calculated movements of celestial bodies, or the perfect alignment of ancient monuments to a solstice sunrise. If you've been telling yourself it's all just coincidence, a convenient trick of the mind to find patterns where none exist, take a moment. Notice how your body reacts when you articulate that dismissal. Does it feel expansive, truthful, calm? Or does a subtle contraction occur, a fleeting sense of resistance in your chest, a quiet alarm bell ringing in your gut? For many starseeds, those sensitive souls attuned to frequencies beyond the consensus reality, the logical mind, conditioned by a material world, desperately tries to dismiss what the inner senses recognize immediately as profoundly significant. Because if it isn't coincidence, if the subtle currents of existence are indeed intelligent, imbued with purpose and awareness, then something far grander than chance is at play. Then something in your life, your very destiny, is being meticulously arranged, guided by an unseen hand. But let us be clear, this arrangement is not happening to control you, to manipulate your free will, or to dictate your path from an external power. No, it is happening to awaken you, to gently yet powerfully stir the ancient knowing within your core, to bring forth the slumbering wisdom of your true cosmic self. That soft pressure you might feel in your chest, a gentle hum or a persistent warmth, the way your intuition keeps tapping the same spot inside you, like water patiently wearing away stone over millennia. It's not anxiety, though it can sometimes mimic its physical sensations. It is signal. It is a divine broadcast, an inner beacon lighting up. The waters within you, representing your emotional body, your subconscious, your very soul stream, are clearing, becoming less turbulent and more translucent. And as they clear, your sensitivity, once perhaps perceived as a vulnerability or a confusing barrage of impressions, becomes less like a barrage of questions and more like a finely tuned compass pointing unerringly towards your true north. You were never meant to navigate this intricate multidimensional world solely through the narrow lens of logic. Logic is invaluable, certainly. It is like a lantern, illuminating the immediate path ahead, helping you discern the physical steps, the tangible details, the cause and effect of the manifest world. It provides structure, analysis, and a sense of groundedness. But intuition is the current, the vast, unseen river upon which your consciousness truly sails, carrying you towards your destined shores. It is the energetic flow of the universe itself, guiding you with an intelligence far beyond mere linear thought. And lately, for many of you, that current has been undeniably changing direction, gathering speed, pulling you towards uncharted yet deeply familiar waters. This is precisely why you felt that peculiar, sometimes unsettling, sensation of being between worlds. It's a liminal space, a sacred threshold. One part of you, the part that has been conditioned by earthly existence, is still valiantly trying to be a person with a normal routine, striving for normal goals, seeking normal explanations for extraordinary experiences. This part craves the comfort of predictability, the safety of the known. It clutches at the familiar narratives, attempting to fit the boundless into finite boxes. But another part of you, a part that is infinitely older, profoundly quieter, immeasurably more vast and ancient than your current human incarnation, has begun to remember. This remembrance isn't arriving in full articulated sentences, easily grasped by the egoic mind. No, it speaks in impressions, in deep feelings, in an uncanny sense of timing that feels perfectly orchestrated, in synchronicities that arrive with that unmistakable inner click of recognition. Yes, this is true. This resonates with the deepest truth of my being. There is a profound reason why this entire process has felt so hard to describe, so elusive to verbal articulation. Your awakening isn't primarily happening in the realm of your thoughts, not within the confines of language or logical processing alone. It is happening within your inner architecture, deep within the foundational patterns beneath the patterns of your reality. Imagine sacred geometry, the fundamental blueprints of creation, quietly reassembling itself in the dark, in the unseen dimensions of your being. Your cosmic blueprint, the unique energetic signature of your soul's original design, is returning to its pristine, uncorrupted form, shedding layers of earthly distortion and forgetfulness. And with that magnificent return, that reclamation of your true essence, comes a new kind of perception, a higher faculty, the profound ability to feel what is aligned, what is true, what is resonant, long before you can logically explain it or gather tangible proof. This is the heart knowing, the soul's undeniable recognition. So, when you sense that something significant is approaching, when you feel that your life is moving inexorably toward an encounter you can't yet fully name or intellectualize, when a hum of anticipation vibrates beneath your conscious awareness, you are not being dramatic. You are not indulging in wishful thinking. You are being accurate. You are tapping into a profound truth that transcends the mundane. This is your higher self, your cosmic guides, the very fabric of universal intelligence, communicating with you through the language of feeling and subtle energy. Because there are meetings, profound and destiny-altering, that do not begin when two people exchange pleasantries or speak their first words. They begin on a much deeper, vibrational level. They begin when a frequency recognizes itself in another, when two energetic signatures align and acknowledge a shared resonance, like two perfectly tuned instruments chiming in harmony across a vast hall. It is an echo, a memory returning. There is an exchange that can happen in utter silence, profound and transformative, through the deep, knowing gaze of the eyes, through the vibrant, charged space between words, through a simple, authentic presence that makes your entire nervous system relax and exhale, releasing tension you didn't even realize you were holding. You may walk away from such an encounter with absolutely no logical evidence that anything extraordinary occurred, no concrete event to recount, and yet your whole being, your every cell, will know with an undeniable certainty. Something just shifted. An internal recalibration has taken place. A hidden door has been opened. This, my friends, is often how council-sent messengers arrive. These are not ordinary encounters, though they may appear so on the surface. They do not arrive with spectacle, with booming voices or celestial trumpets, though their impact is no less potent. They arrive with resonance. They are not here to convince you of anything you do not already hold within. Their purpose is not to sway your beliefs or persuade your intellect. No, they arrive to confirm you. They serve as cosmic mirrors, reflecting back the truth of who you are, the path you are on, and the power you hold. A messenger does not come to hand you your destiny like a pre-written script, an instruction manual to be followed blindly. Instead, they arrive like a mirror held at just the right, perfect angle, catching the light in such a way that you finally, truly see the part of yourself that has been waiting, perhaps for lifetimes, to be acknowledged, embraced, and fully activated. Sometimes these messengers appear as a complete stranger, someone whose eyes meet yours across a crowded room and spark an inexplicable recognition. Sometimes they arrive as a new friend, someone with whom conversation flows effortlessly, as if you've known them forever. And sometimes, most surprisingly, they appear as someone you've known for years, even decades, a family member, a colleague, an old acquaintance. But suddenly, one conversation, one specific exchange of energy opens like a hidden door in the ancient temple walls, revealing sacred knowledge and purpose that was encoded and waiting long before the grand temples of Egypt even rose from the sands of time. The timing is always divine, the connection always profound, and the sign that you're truly close to such a pivotal meeting, that you are aligning with these profound shifts, isn't always the exuberant, outward feeling of excitement your ego might anticipate. Often the signs are more subtle, more internal, indicative of deep, energetic restructuring. Sometimes it's the feeling of being profoundly tender for no discernible reason, a raw openness in your heart, as if the protective layers around your soul are thinning, preparing for an influx of light and truth. Sometimes it manifests as unexpected irritability, a frayed nerve, a feeling as if your old skins, the roles and identities you once comfortably inhabited, no longer fit, causing a friction that signals growth. At other times, it's an overwhelming, inexplicable exhaustion, a deep bone weariness not from physical exertion, but because your entire energetic system is recalibrating, working tirelessly on unseen levels to integrate and hold vastly more light, more truth, more of your multidimensional self. And very often, particularly for those with strong Sirian connections, it's an undeniable desire to be alone, to seek solace and stillness near water, the ocean, a lake, a river, even a simple bath. Because water is the ancient language your Sirian codes remember, a primal source of cleansing, activation, and remembrance. You are not, let me reassure you, making meaning out of nothing, conjuring elaborate stories from random occurrences. No. You are noticing the magnificent, intricate design that was always there, woven into the very fabric of creation, a cosmic tapestry that is now revealing itself to your awakening senses. You are beginning to perceive the sacred geometry of your own destiny, the divine orchestration that has been patiently unfolding around you, waiting for your conscious recognition. Some healing doesn't come through words alone, through analysis or intellectual understanding. It comes through water. Water holds memory, it carries frequency, it purifies and transmutes. If something stirred within you just now, a deep resonance in your soul, you may be ready to receive the Sirian water codes. This powerful guide carries sacred techniques, channeled directly from the vibrant, intelligent waters of Sirius. Clearing baths designed to release energetic stagnation, breathing practices to activate your light body, potent sound activations to recalibrate your frequency, and ancient protection rituals specifically designed for starseeds who have always felt an undeniable magnetic call by the ocean, by the primordial waters of existence. This isn't just a guide. It's a key to unlocking deeper layers of your cosmic heritage and facilitating your ongoing awakening. The link is in the first pinned comment, but please note, this is only available for a limited time. Don't miss this opportunity to connect with the deep wisdom of the Sirian waters. Now let us explore how this profound unfolding truly makes sense, not in a sudden, blinding flash, but in the way it actually happens, gently, in distinct and sacred phases, like a shoreline that is imperceptibly reshaped, one soft, persistent wave at a time, each movement bringing it closer to its ultimate magnificent form. At first, there is often the fog. This is a common and often misunderstood initial phase. If you've been struggling to see clearly, if your direction feels obscured, if the path ahead seems shrouded in mist and uncertainty, it absolutely does not mean you are failing or that you are lost. On the contrary, it means the old map, the outdated paradigms and mental constructs that once guided you, is gracefully dissolving. Think of the seabed. When it is stirred, when ancient settled sediments are dislodged by the movement of currents, the water inevitably turns cloudy. That cloudiness is not true confusion in the sense of being permanently lost. It is a clear sign of transition, of deep energetic upheaval and cleansing. Your entire system is actively releasing what can no longer travel with you into the higher vibrations of your awakened state. And yes, this process can feel profoundly disorienting, like navigating a familiar landscape blindfolded. But trust this, the tide has undeniably turned. The very fact that you can feel this profound shift, this internal churning, this energetic recalibration, is unequivocal proof that you are already moving inexorably towards your destined path. This fog is merely the veil lifting, layer by sacred layer. Then comes the noticing. After the initial turbulence of the fog begins to dissipate, a new clarity emerges, albeit subtly. This is the phase where the signs begin to gather around you, not to tease you with elusive glimpses, but specifically to train you, to attune your senses to the language of the universe. You'll start catching patterns with greater frequency and precision, repeating symbols that seem to follow you, random messages that speak directly to your inner queries, an uncanny sense of timing that feels far too exact to be accidental, like a cosmic clockwork suddenly revealing its intricate mechanisms. Your inner senses, your intuitive faculties, sharpen the way your physical eyes gradually adjust and become acutely sensitive in low light, discerning shapes and details previously unseen. And what used to feel like pure imagination, fleeting fancy, or mere wishful thinking begins to feel undeniably like recognition, a deep, visceral knowing that you are remembering something ancient, something true. You are not searching desperately for meaning in a chaotic world anymore. You are remembering the profound, energetic language you spoke fluently before you came here, before the amnesia of human incarnation set in. Then comes the pause. This is a crucial phase, and one that many individuals profoundly misunderstand, often mistaking stillness for stagnation. After the initial flurry of noticing, progress seems to slow. The outer world may frustratingly appear entirely unchanged. Your daily circumstances might reflect little of the monumental internal shifts occurring. But inside, beneath the visible surface, everything is meticulously reorganizing itself. Imagine a mighty river after navigating turbulent rapids, widening into a vast, still and serene pool before it gathers its energy to find its next powerful passage. This is you. You are stabilizing, integrating, gathering your energetic strength. Your inner architecture, your cosmic blueprint, is aligning itself with perfect precision, allowing you to hold the immense influx of light and truth that is coming without fracturing or collapsing into old patterns of fear and resistance. If you felt particularly still, suspended, or oddly quiet, a profound calm amidst the external chaos, this is not a lack of movement. On the contrary, it is anchoring. You are setting deep, strong, energetic roots into the new ground of your awakening. Then comes the approach. As the anchoring solidifies, the energy of the messenger or the significant encounter becomes palpably stronger, more defined, more insistent. You may find yourself feeling unusually aware in public spaces, a heightened sensitivity to the energetic fields around you. You may feel an inexplicable yet powerful pull to go somewhere specific without any logical understanding of why, driven by an invisible magnetic force. You might experience a series of what seem like near meetings, almost bumping into someone you feel a strange resonance with, almost attending an event that later proves significant, almost taking a certain phone call that you later learn was pivotal for others. Do not judge these almosts. Do not dismiss them as failed connections. The ocean doesn't arrive on the shore as one single monumental wave. It arrives as a series of ever closer, ever larger movements, each one building on the last. Your energetic field is being meticulously guided through these subtle cues and near misses towards the precise coordinate, the perfect vibrational alignment where true recognition can occur, where the meeting is destined to unfold. Then comes the silent exchange. This is the pivotal moment, the nexus point that can change everything while paradoxically often looking like nothing at all to the external observer. It might be a brief conversation that goes deeper, that carries more profound meaning and resonance than it logically should. It could be an unexpected act of kindness from a stranger that lands in your heart like a perfectly fitted key, unlocking a hidden chamber within you. Most powerfully, it can be a look, a sustained gaze that meets yours that says, without a single spoken word, "I know you," or more accurately, with an ancient depth that vibrates through your soul, "I remember you." Often, you won't even consciously understand why you feel so profoundly emotional afterward, why a wave of inexplicable gratitude, joy, or even tender melancholy washes over you. That's because it isn't only your logical mind receiving information, processing data. It is your vast, eternal soul receiving direct, undeniable confirmation of its path, its purpose, its inherent interconnectedness. It is the cosmic truth echoing within your very being. Then comes the release. After this profound encounter, or even after the strong, undeniable sense of its immanence and energetic imprint, you may find that old attachments once stubbornly clung to begin to loosen their grip. Relationships that no longer serve your highest good, habits that kept you small, limiting self-concepts that defined your past, the deep-seated need to explain yourself or seek validation from external sources, they all begin to fall away, not with struggle or dramatic severance, but as naturally and effortlessly as salt crystals dissolving in the vastness of water. This process can, initially, feel like a profound loss if you cling desperately to the old identity, the familiar narratives, the comfortable limitations. But understand this, it is not loss, it is actually purification. The river, in its sacred journey to the sea, does not carry every single stone or every fallen leaf. It gracefully chooses what is essential, what is buoyant, what serves its onward flow, and it lets the rest sink back into the earth, returning to its elemental source. You are shedding the non-essential, becoming lighter, clearer, more aligned. And then comes the simple beginning. This is not the grand, spectacular mission or the monumental, world-changing task your egoic mind might demand or fantasize about. No, the real beginning is far more profound, far more grounded. It is presence. You will find yourself naturally choosing differently, no longer needing to force or analyze. You will speak more truth with fewer words, your communication becoming more authentic and potent. You will protect your sacred energy without a trace of guilt, understanding its preciousness. You will find yourself saying a firm, clear no when something isn't aligned with your deepest truth, and an expansive, embodied yes when your body softens, when your intuition sings, when your entire being resonates with affirmation. The ancient builders by the Nile, constructing their magnificent, enduring structures, understood this fundamental principle. True power is not always loud or overt. The most potent, world-altering shifts occur when the inner design, the sacred geometry of your being, finally locks into its destined place, and the outer world, in perfect harmony, quietly and seamlessly rearranges itself around it, reflecting your transformed inner reality. Here is what changes everything, absolutely everything, if you truly let it land within the deepest chambers of your heart and soul. Those subtle signs, those gentle nudges, those quiet whispers, those profound synchronicities, they were never, not for a single moment, trying to prove anything to you, to convince your skeptical mind with irrefutable evidence. No, they were training you. They were patiently, lovingly conditioning your entire system to trust what you can feel, to honor the whispers of your intuition, to recognize the truth that vibrates beneath the surface of words and appearances. Because the awakening you're entering into, the profound evolutionary leap you are experiencing, doesn't come through force, through struggle, or through intellectual conquest. It comes through attunement. It arrives through a deep, steady, reverent listening, like placing your ear to the exquisite spiral shell and suddenly realizing with a breathtaking clarity that the vast, boundless ocean has been residing within it the entire time, its primordial roar echoing in miniature perfection. And the messenger you're moving toward, the profound encounter that is orchestrating itself in your field, isn't arriving to hand you a new identity, to bestow upon you a new name or a novel purpose that is separate from your essence. They are arriving instead to dissolve the last, most tenacious illusions that you are utterly alone, isolated in this vast, mysterious cosmos. They are here to shatter the final vestiges of separation consciousness, revealing the unbreakable threads that connect you to all of existence. This is the true, breathtaking interconnectedness of cosmic design and your personal destiny. You're being met, not by chance, not by accident, but by precise timing, by undeniable resonance, by invisible yet perfect coordination, because your unique, radiant frequency is finally ready to be seen, to be acknowledged, and to be profoundly embraced by what perfectly matches it, by that which is a reflection of your own highest truth. Not everything sacred announces itself with thunderous fanfare, with grand pronouncements, or with overt displays of power. Some things, the most profound and sacred things, arrive as a whisper, a gentle breeze stirring the leaves of your soul. Some things arrive as a pause, a moment of profound stillness that reorients your entire trajectory. And some things, the most powerfully transformative things, arrive as a human being standing quietly in front of you, speaking ordinary, everyday words. While your entire system, your soul, your very cellular memory, hears the undeniable, ancient undertone. Wake up. You're here. It's time. The moment you've been waiting for countless lifetimes, has arrived. You don't have to chase signs frantically, relentlessly searching for external validation or proof. You don't have to strive or force or demand. You only have to stop insulting your knowing, to stop dismissing the undeniable truth that your inner senses are revealing to you. You only have to open to the exquisite intelligence of your own intuition. If you've been receiving these profound, subtle invitations, these deep, energetic nudges, these unmistakable synchronicities, then your life is not merely random with a few strange coincidences to be brushed aside. No. Your life is an activation sequence, a sacred code unfolding, blossoming at the precise pace your exquisite nervous system can hold, assimilate, and integrate, ensuring your awakening is gentle, yet utterly profound. Like a mighty river, having wandered for eons, finally remembering its way, its magnetic pull, back to the vast, boundless sea, you are being gently yet powerfully guided back to the immeasurable vastness you came from, without losing your precious humanity, without leaving your beautiful earthly life behind. You are simply becoming more honest, more transparent, more aligned with what you already sense, what you already know, deep within your core. Tonight, if it feels intuitively right, if your soul resonates with this truth, place your hand softly over your heart, feeling the steady rhythm of your life force, and say quietly, with profound intention, I trust what I can feel. I honor the invitations that are arriving in my life. I am ready to recognize what is recognizing me. And then, allow yourself the grace and the sacred permission to simply watch what unfolds, what happens, what reveals itself when you walk through your days with your senses turned on, softly, steadily, openly, without forcing anything, without grasping, simply receiving the divine flow. Because the design, this magnificent cosmic blueprint, this intelligent unfolding, doesn't need you to struggle. It doesn't require efforting, striving, or fighting against the current. It needs you to receive, to open, to simply be. Before you go, leave one word in the comments, just one, that describes what you felt during this message. Then find someone else's word and respond with encouragement. This isn't just a comment section, it's a space where starseeds recognize each other, and that recognition carries more power than you know. If something in this message touched you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you'd like to keep receiving these transmissions, subscribe. The waters of Sirius will carry us to the next one. You're not just watching, you're remembering. This is your space, and I'm grateful you were here.